Hey guys, this is Force Reacts, and I'm back to react to Death Battle, Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers. It's about time they did this one, considering just how popular of a matchup it is, but yeah, this is one of those battles where it's kind of a straightforward answer on who wins. It's not really a stomp, but it is once you look into it, it's very straightforward on who wins. Like, here's the thing, they both have okay, I actually did my own fan-made death battle of this one because you can yeah, you can check it out in the link below. But yeah, it's yeah, even I came to the conclusion that Jason wins pretty handily. It's not, but here's the thing, it's not a complete stomp. They both seem to have an equal set of advantages and disadvantages. But the advantages that Jason has are the only ones that really matter in the fight. Michael's probably got the speed edge, he's also got a stealth edge, but yeah, stealth isn't really gonna matter in this fight. Speed's not really going to matter in this fight. The only way Michael could win is if you debuff Jason literally entirely to those first few movies. And even then, it's very up to debate on who wins that one. So, yeah, and the only reason I say that is because that's before Jason becomes a zombie. And yeah, once Jason becomes a zombie, he becomes nigh unkillable. Yeah, you can still kill him. It just takes a whole lot more effort than just what killed him in the first place. So, yeah, and meanwhile, there's Michael Myers, and, yeah, he's got his own, unkillable set, but, he hasn't really tanked nearly the kind of damage that Jason has, or the stuff that Jason can dish out, really. Yeah, because, yeah, Jason's just got it when it comes to strength. He's got a better weapon. Yeah, Jason just wins it pretty handily, which sucks because I really do like how Halloween was the first real horror movie I ever watched. I mean, technically I saw a stage play of Night of the Living Dead a year or so prior, but I saw the first Halloween movie on Halloween night because my mom has no chill. But yeah, yeah, I will never forget that experience, and while I do prefer Michael Myers, Jason, I have to give this one to Jason. It's not very, yeah, but yeah, you get what I mean. Let's just jump right in. We'll start the video in 3, 2, 1, play. And for some reason, they just decided to not go with an ad at the beginning, but I'm not complaining about that.
Prepare yourselves, it's time we tell the tale of Crystal Lake's masked murderer, Jason Voorhees.
And the horrifying boogeyman of Haddonfield, Michael Myers.
He's
Okay.
Winston Boomstick.
And it's our job to bring terror and fright on this Halloween night
on Death Battle. All right then. Yeah, and it's a shame this fight's not in live action, but I get it. 3D's great too. So.
And slaughter those who live and love, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the curse of Jason Voorhees.
Rumor has it he was a deformed
Possible
child.
Deadite. Yeah, because they brought him into a crossover with Evil Dead.
When he tragically drowned at Camp Crystal Lake. Or did he?
Over time, Crystal Lake became wrought with strange disappearances and violent deaths.
Including the camp counselors who should have been watching Jason when he drowned all those years ago. Someone, or something, ... was out for vengeance.
And yet these harrowing murders were committed by none other than Jason's own mother, Pamela Voorhees.
That's the big twist. If you go in knowing Friday the 13th, you know Jason Voorhees. If you watch that first movie, all of a sudden you're
even after her killing spree was cut short,
you become very confused when
nobody could prove it, but
when you watch that very first movie,
was
because
still alive.
because what do you know?
He's definitely
Jason's
alive.
not the killer in the first
Has he
movie.
been
It's
living
his
in the lake
mom.
this whole time?
Jason has fortitude far beyond any normal
Even
man.
even
You
better,
can swing
Jason
an axe
didn't
in
even
his
get the
face,
hockey
blast
mask
half
until
his
the
body
third
away,
movie.
or trap him in
So
an exploding building.
yeah, he was
It
stuck with a
will all
burlap
be
sack in the second
vain.
one.
Even when one of the few survivors of his attacks hacked him to pieces, Jason rose again. Seriously, this happens a lot.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows the true source of his unkillable nature. Some say it's an indigenous curse, others say it's the Necronomicon, and some even say it's a hell worm. So, not too many reasonable answers.
Either way, be careful.
Two more
or you
sequels in a
just
novel
might
about
end
him
up
getting
on
out
the
of hell
wrong
indicate
side
that
of
this does not
Jason's
work.
trusty machete.
Right.
Something he uses with enough strength to split skulls and pierce metal.
Even when Jason has no weapon, he can be resourceful and oddly creative with his
Yeah.
kills. He might bludgeon you to death with a
Right,
sleeping
he's
bag,
very creative.
drown you in a garbage
Like,
can,
yeah,
or snap you in
Michael's
half
also
between a
smarter. That's one of
bedfold.
his
Worst
advantages,
of all,
but
this demented mama's boy
like
will
I said, that's not
always
really
get
gonna
his
matter.
pay. Oh, you think you can run
oh yeah,
away?
and
Well,
Jason's
think
strong enough to
again,
literally
yet
punch
he
a
can
dude's head off.
teleport.
Like,
No, he can't.
single
Oh, yeah?
punch.
Well, how
Like,
about
just
the time
knocked
he
it off.
appeared in multiple places at once around this dance floor? See? Teleporting.
Wrong. Hallucinations resulting from a mix of cocaine and panic.
Okay, smartass.
Ah,
How about
yeah.
when he teleported from one end of this ship to another? How'd he get there?
Actually, when watching the full scene for complete context, there is plenty of time afforded for Jason to jump down the deck while off camera. He is quite athletic after all.
What, without making any sound? The guy's built like he's made of 100 brick houses. Are we watching the same
Yeah,
movie?
fair.
Look, fans have argued this for years. and
Right,
while
yeah.
Admittedly, those moments are questionable. They're not enough to prove actual teleportation.
Okay, how about this one? In Jason X, where 3 soldiers are shooting him straight on, and he just disappears. Poof! Gone! While they're looking right at him, goddammit, it's teleporting.
Well, I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
I just stared at this scene while processing 900 trillion frames per second. And Boomstick is correct.
Ha!
Also, now my eyes are broken. Joy.
You know, Jason can actually teleport in the video game, so I believe it.
I suppose teleporting would explain how, despite his hulking size, Jason can move with ghostly silence and pick off victims one by one. Are you sure about this, dummy? Dummy. Either way, Jason's unstoppable bloodlust makes him a horrifying threat.
Even if you think you're protected
Escaped
by a foot
hell
of
by
solid steel,
force.
he'll just crash through it to
Yeah.
stab you.
And though it's tough to believe, there may actually be a deadlier Jason out there too.
Stronger, faster,
Yeah, Uber
and
Jason.
campier. This is Uber Jason, rebuilt from Jason's remains through a sinister fusion of science and mysticism. And guess what? Normal Jason later fought Uber Jason and actually held his own. Yeah, the comics get kind of wacky. Just
yeah, they
go
do.
with it.
Only natural for a monster that has
30
fought
is even
other
physically
supernatural
superior
entities.
opponents.
Like
Right, so
Krueger,
even if Michael was
Leatherface,
stronger,
and the
that wouldn't
Groovy
exactly
Kid
matter.
himself, Ash Williams.
Indeed. So be warned, if you ever see a shadow moving through the darkness and hear a familiar, run. Jason is out to
Right,
find
that-
you.
that familiar
Chances
sound-
are you are
sound
not
bite, yeah.
leaving alive.
Alright, yeah.
On a bleak
Let's go with
Halloween
Michael.
night, Michael Myers was born into the world as a seemingly normal child. However, beneath his pale, blank face hid something dark, something evil.
How evil? Well, he stabbed his sister Judy to death when he was just 6 years old.
Looking at his hand while doing it,
Michael
but
was
you know, whatever.
institutionalized at a sanitarium where he simply sat still, almost like a machine. His psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, spent 8 years trying to
Dr.
reach
William
him,
Shatner,
but
yeah.
Michael never said a word.
But even when locked up, he still managed to get away with several murders, including Loomis's fiancée. There was no helping or stopping Michael. More than anything, he wanted to kill.
After 15 years, the night before Halloween, he broke out of the sanitarium, leaving behind one word: sister.
The story goes Michael had another sibling, Lori, and for some unknowable reason, he wanted her to suffer the same fate as Judy. and everyone else, really. He's not too picky. And
Yeah, he's not very
For in
picky.
his hands, anything can be a deadly weapon. Countless reports of various murders have appeared across Haddonfield. He's exploded heads, boiled people alive,
Yeah.
and used his trademark knife to stab poor
To
souls
literally
walls
pin
like
someone to the
some
wall. That should
macabre
not be
piece of
physically
art.
possible,
They
but it
say
is.
To admire your work, I don't think this is what they meant. And this isn't some special combat
Literally
knife or
anything else he
dagger.
can get his
He
hands
did
on,
this
right,
with
yeah.
an ordinary kitchen knife.
Michael is also surprisingly clever, despite
Oh,
being
yeah.
confined for nearly all his life. At some point, he apparently
He-
taught himself how to drive.
He figured out how to
Pretty
drive.
clear, this masked psycho was definitely plotting something while he was in the ward.
All these kills were just a detour to his ultimate goal, Laurie. On an all too familiar Halloween night, he finally met his long-lost sister and nearly killed her.
But Loomis intervened, shooting Michael and sending him out a window. Phew, well, guess that's the end of him. Yeah, you know it's not.
Yeah,
No one knows how, but the body simply vanished, only to return later that night as if nothing had happened.
There's a reason why they call him the boogeyman.
Even after
Yeah,
being
he
set
just
on
keeps coming
fire
back.
and rendered comatose, Michael Myers would not be stopped.
Almost like he's some kind of invincible undead monster.
Many explanations have been given for Michael's strange abilities, but some less reputable sources suggest he's bound to the ancient druidic Curse of Thorn.
Please,
His
not that
symbol
one.
Is, well, they say it's an ancient icon of Halloween.
Yeah,
but it's
bound to it,
actually
but
the
eventually he got
Norse
bored of them and
rune
killed
for
the entire
Thor,
cult, so-
sometimes called the Thorn Rune. I think they just Googled rune and thorn and called it a day.
Whoa. Is Michael Myers a Viking? Yes! Awesome!
Curse or no curse, Michael is inexplicably driven to kill without hesitation, and his victims almost never see him coming.
You said, uh-oh.
Well, explaining Michael away with a vague curse is nothing more than a crutch for the truth. The fact of the matter is, no one knows why he is so cruel, so violent, so unstoppable.
He's just-
He just is.
He just
At the end of
pure
the day,
evil.
Evil gives no explanation.
Yeah.
Only despair.
Michael thrives not just on the satisfaction of murder, but the fear it inflicts in others.
Even scarier, his kills are done with surgical precision. He can murder you as quickly or slowly as he wants.
Right,
This guy
yeah.
knows exactly what he's doing with that kitchen knife. He's like a hibachi chef of death.
And yet, his attacks were almost brought to an end by Laurie herself. But when the time came for the final blow, Michael proved his intelligence and
Move
wit
faster
by
than a
faking
motion
his own
sensor could
death
detect.
using a body double.
All while getting his sister to commit murder for him. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed.
He's also either impossibly sneaky or he can use teleportation, because he once moved through a yard full of motion sensors without setting off a single one until he wanted to.
Look at
Yeah.
this. There's just no stopping him. Fill him full of bullets, Michael will come back ready to rip off your head. Put him in the center of an exploding church, he'll survive and go on to kill dozens more people.
Church
Just
explosion
for
before
dramatic
Halloween
effect.
Resurrection.
It was
Okay.
this relentless evil that made the people of Haddonfield go ballistic and band together to end Michael Myers once and for all.
Unfortunately, the town would soon realize that was just not possible.
Any ordinary person would have been long dead after what he experienced, but he took all of the town's punishment, got right back up, and went right back to doing what he does best.
And you know what's the creepiest part about all this? They never caught him. He's still out there looking for his next prey, I assume.
So every Halloween night, lock your doors, turn off your lights, and pray you'll make it to morning. Because the boogeyman is real, and his name is Michael Myers.
Yeah, there we go. I will give it to them. They make both of these guys sound like impossibly strong and impossible to kill. But let's face it, we all know who wins. Like, yeah, Jason's just survived a whole lot more crap and like just more capable of coming back from the dead than Michael is. So yeah, you get what I mean, right? Like
Thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy
yeah, this actually felt like they were giving a whole lot of respect to the spirit of the season. But yeah,
10 minutes per lesson. You can
yeah, all right.
conversationally in a new language in as little as 3 weeks.
Okay.
Babbel's lessons were created by over
Okay, I need just need to keep talking until we can get through this ad. So
Babbel's
yeah,
speech
all
recognition
right.
Technology helps
Yeah.
you improve your pronunciation and accent.
Yeah, I really need to get into the spirit of Halloween. I got my Goku shirt on, blue shorts just to fit the color scheme, and I got a sword. Like, I really wish I found my Hollow mask from Bleach, but whatever. All right, okay.
This episode is sponsored by
Oh, well, we gotta, okay. So that is the price to pay for not doing the ad at the beginning. At this point, I'd rather take the ad at the beginning just so I can skip through it. Okay, rather than this. Okay, all right. This is what we're doing then. Unfortunately, I think Michael's like a big thing is that he's surprisingly consistent. Like at least like Jason. Like, he's not consistent. He's gone through so much crap. Like this is the franchise that went nuts after a few entries. Michael's entries don't really get nuts. They're just Michael going around killing. Like, he never goes to space. He never goes to Manhattan. He never goes to hell. He's just kind of there. He just kind of starts killing people. And even though the timeline is just of Halloween is just, okay. All right.
The tales have been told and terror runs free. Let's see which monster will stalk another day.
It's time for a spooky
Death battle. All right then. Okay.
Mother is talking to you. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. Kill her. Kill her.
Like I said, it's a shame it's not live action, but 3D is good too. Oh yeah, classic move. Okay. Yeah, oh wow, pinned him to the tree. Okay then.
Where are you? We gotta go.
Just starts walking slowly like he always does. Ah, okay, he's got the axe. All right. Sorry, dude. I hate to say it, but you're a black guy in a horror film. You ain't getting out of it. You just don't run that fast with an axe wound? Who knows, man? Maybe you'll get lucky. I don't think so, but... Yeah, there we go. Just picked up a headstone and smashed him with it. All right.
Kill him, Jason. Kill him. Make
Oh.
Mother proud.
Right in the head, wow. Oof. With his own kitchen knife. Wow, okay then. Yeah, there we go. All right then.
Oh, okay. Are we sure he's dead? You can't be too careful. with
Right,
these
yeah,
guys.
you gotta
Michael
linger
Myers
on it.
won't be rising from the grave this time. Jason was too much for him. The
Yeah.
stories may paint these slashers as unstoppable, but they do have limits and can be understood.
To Michael's credit, he could match Jason in a lot of ways. Both were experts in methods of killing, and both could totally teleport.
Theoretically, though if both of them really could teleport, then neither had an advantage in that regard. So
Right,
teleportation
yeah.
deniers can rest easy knowing it wasn't really a factor here.
Even the explosions they both survived were similar in size and destructibility.
But Jason held the edge with his superior endurance and healing. Michael faking
Right.
his death with a body double was clever, but he did it because he explicitly could not survive something like decapitation or getting half his torso blown off.
But
He is still
Jason
more
could.
human
He also
than
had more
Jason
experience
is.
fighting other supernatural enemies like Leatherface, Freddy, and his uber self. So I doubt Michael could have surprised him with something he's never seen before.
And Jason was just as strong and vicious as Michael, if not more. So given the difference in survivability, he had
Much
a
smarter,
much
more
better
cunning.
chance of striking
Yeah,
Michael
alright.
down first. In a battle between two unkillable monsters, it's only natural it would come down to who was more unkillable.
After being ripped to pieces, Michael could now rip in peace. Right, Jocelyn?
I'm surprised there's not a final girl here. Okay, then.
Hello?
The winner is Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, then. Alright, let's see what's next, because, okay, now that we got that out of the way.
Next week.
That went by really quickly. I'm not gonna lie, despite the 2 ads, but...
And by downloading the
Okay,
battle music
then.
linked down below.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got Sauron. Ah, yeah, okay. Sauron versus the Lich King. Yeah, Lord of the Rings versus World of Warcraft. Alright. Okay, so... I don't know too much about World of Warcraft, and I only watched the movies with Lord of the Rings, but from what, yeah, I talked, like, you know, we knew Sauron was an opponent, so I talked to Zach about it, who is an expert on Lord of the Rings, and while he's not as much of an expert on World of Warcraft, he is like, yeah, Sauron probably wins that one. Most likely, at the very least. So, yeah. Yeah, Sauron's kind of nuts. Like, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the mythology of Lord of the Rings. Like I said, I only watched the movies. The extended edition, don't worry. So, yeah, alright, that was really fun. That was a really fun death battle. But yeah, really getting into the Halloween spirit now. Alright, yeah, okay, yeah, alright. So, yeah, alright. But yeah, that next time, that's gonna be... Yeah, okay, not quite what I expected from this battle, but then again, like, it did go by rather quickly, and the episode's really only... It's not even 18 minutes long, which is weird. But yeah, alright. Yeah, this was a whole lot of fun, so yeah, now I gotta go in and watch Bleach. So, you know, hopefully I can find my Hollow Mask by that point, but I doubt it. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.